changes, I guess, throughout that process to stay ready for first start tonight where you're able to produce?
It's been really tough on me. I haven't gone through adversity like that necessarily, especially coming off a school where I was playing a lot every day. I've dealt with a lot of adversity through injury and everything, and where I wasn't playing, and that showed itself again. My mental toughness is what got me through it, and I've learned a lot of great skills coming through a program like Santa Clara. And I mean, the frustration was there, but that just fuels me more. And then when I finally get my opportunity, it's just going to break out harder. And so, I mean, I felt really confident coming in today. Didn't necessarily know what I was going to do, but I was just going to compete, and went my way today. So I was happy to contribute in between the white lines.
What were those conversations really like, both while you were kind of waiting to get your opportunity and when he told you were starting today?
Yeah, a lot of stay ready, which gets old after a while, but not much else he can say. And I've bided my time and, stayed on the guys. I've made some really good relationships here, and I'm super happy to be a part of this team. And today, when he gave me the call, he's like, let's go. And I said, I'll be ready.
This was your first start. You'd appeared a bunch of times, but mostly in spot situations where you were coming up, cold off the bench, or sometimes you didn't even get in at bat. How did it feel a little bit better tonight to get the starting nod and be able to go through a full warm-up process knowing, okay, I'm going to get a few at-bats tonight and go through a normal kind of game?
Definitely. I got to take my hat off to Kean Vu, because that dude has been raking off the bench, and pinch hitting is really hard. I haven't quite figured it all out yet, but having the start and knowing that, okay, I'm going to have another at-bat. I'm not just defined by the one that I get, and just having that build-up, that slow build-up definitely helped me. And, got the first little jitters out in the first at-bat, got my move off, and kind of set him up being late on the heater, so I felt like I was going to get another one and drove it in the gap.
Is there anything that either he's told you or you've learned from watching him about getting an at-bat off the bench? We assume that you'll get a couple more this season.
I mean, Vu's a great teammate. I think that's something that everybody recognizes. He's just ready to go right away, and he's able to just flip that switch. And I think doing it over and over again, you get more confidence from doing it, and especially when you succeed. And so it becomes a little bit easier. So I think taking it into, since I've had a few hits now under my belt, I'll be a little more comfortable when it comes to that time.
When Coach Bloomquist talked about how this lineup is 14 to 16 deep at the part of the season, you being part of that, how did you absorb kind of taking that bench role initially, and kind of taking that piece of humble pie and trying to absorb that and realize the team perspective in it all?
Yeah, I mean, it was hard. I pride myself on being a really good teammate, and that takes a lot of effort too. And being an older guy, kind of show the younger guys how I go about my business, and I think a lot of people respect me for that. And moping around isn't going to do anything, and being pissed off isn't going to do anything. And so that's what I tell myself every day. Is like, I'd rather be the guy that people want to be around, even if I'm not playing. And so bringing that to the yard every day definitely helped me stay in a good headspace through the tough times.
Because this was something so new for you, this experience of not getting playing time, not being an everyday guy. In what ways did it help you cope to basically be real with yourself and kind of say, like, yeah, I am frustrated, like I am feeling these things throughout the process?
I've got really great teammates that have my back the whole way, and talking to them about it and being real and not suppressing it. I mean, it sucks being, expecting something and really wanting to do it and not getting a shot. Fortunately, I had some really great guys on the team that I can fall back on and talk to about that stuff.
Who specifically really?
The guys that I live with, and then plenty of other guys on the road. Tyler Meyer, Sean Fitzpatrick, Kevin Carstetter, Mario DeMera, I mean, Cromwick, the list goes on. I've had a lot of support. And that, my parents, and they've helped me through the whole thing. It's been really nice to have those people in my corner.
When you saw that ball go over the wall in the 6, was it relief? Was it happy? What were you feeling there?
It's just another homer.
To be a part of a night where you guys have, nearly 20 hits and score 14 runs, and to see this offense and be a part of those trips where the team is going through a struggle and times where you wish you could be able to hop in and help contribute to that, to be a part of now this deep lineup that is contributing at such a high level, what is it like now to see everything coming together and knowing that you're part of that transition?
It's nice. Definitely frustrating when things aren't going our way and you feel like you could contribute 100%. But I think at this point we got one game ahead of us, and that's Friday night against Cal, and that's the most important thing that we're looking forward to.
What are some like mental cues that you have developed, I guess, up to this point, especially when the team is going through a skid like they were, before the UNLV game, 4-game losing streak, and you kind of have to like sit and watch through that entire thing. What are some like?
No, honestly, not a ton. Like, there's not like a lot of mental cues, or you thinking about it too heavily, but because you're always going into it expecting to win. After the first loss, you're not thinking, oh, this is the 4-game skid. It's let's go. We're gonna get this one right here. I wouldn't say that there's too much that I'm like falling back on.
I guess like how do you stay engaged?
I have really great friends here and relationships, and so it's not hard trying to pull for the guys because I genuinely want success for them.
Is that Nick talks a lot? Like, it's just you can't overthink it. Like he talks about, he doesn't like overthinking it and getting too much into the details. Do you think that is an area, if you overthink too much, that can almost be a detriment more than a benefit?
Definitely. I think it's a fine line of thinking, and more often than not for most guys, dumbing it down and just see ball, hit ball, or throw the pitch works better than trying to overanalyze. So going back to the roots and making it simpler and simplifying is definitely the way to go.